Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Livers out there all over the world, and good morning. We have Reatha's having a couple tests done today. She'll be with us next week, and good thoughts to Reatha, and our prayers are with her in her recoveries. And we have Denise Millay Burkhardt. Denise, you on with us?
Good morning.
There she is. Hello, Denise. And I could give you a rundown of who Denise is, but she's an amazing lady. And when you meet her in person, she lightens up a room. She's president of our Easy Way TV, and her technical skills are just, that blows me away. I don't understand it, but it's a new age today, and times are changing. And it's no longer just the television and the radio. It's all like intermingled. You turn on your TV now and you got the internet, Denise. It's just amazing how it's all interacting, isn't it?
The world is at our fingertips.
You know, Denise, we've got a mega shopping center out here, and we got to move along with our topics net. But, you know, it's amazing. This is a big, busy shopping center, and it's closing down. And not only closed the doors, I drive by and some of the buildings are gone now. Sears has been torn down and they're redoing it all. But with that, we got to move on. We got our hot topics here, and we've got to see what's going on here.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topics.
Oh, I got to take a deep breath here, Denise. There's so much going on, and you know what? I'm going to move into my news stuff, if that's okay, and we're going to cover a little bit about what's going on here. Laura Ingraham on the TV show, she has kind of blast Pelosi a little bit for the impeachment fiasco, she calls it. The Senate Democrats grow impatient, watching for Pelosi. They're waiting for her to send her articles of impeachment, and they say the entire process is looking like nothing more than finding a way to discredit the president in his 2020 elections. And now we got the Trump removed General Soleimani, right? Okay. So now the Iranians responded by firing missiles into a military base in Iraq, and there's no one hurt there, fortunately. And now that there's been no new casualties and everything, but they went ahead and admitted, and what they say is very rare, that they shot down a plane, and they had 170 passengers, and that's very rare that would happen.
Oh, it's so sad. All the people in that plane were lost. All those lives. It was just so sad.
Yeah, that's so they're investigating that, but they did admit what happened. And then we had, some big shakes in Puerto Rico. January 7th, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake hit Puerto Rico. It left thousands without power and water. The quake was followed by several strong aftershocks, and houses and businesses were leveled. When you see it, a total destruction in a lot of the areas. 2/3 of Puerto Rico was without power. Many of the homes and buildings basically were reduced to rubble. And then they had 500 aftershocks. Those are little 1.2s and so on and so forth. And they say this is a record breaker that hit the area. But then they were actually hit with another one. Another earthquake came along, and it was a 5.2 or something. But they're not getting a break here. And then they were also hit with that hurricane a while back, and they supposedly are still waiting for $16 billion to come along to help them with that. So it's one after another.
Oh, it's just horrible. Those people are just in despair. They should get them onto the land. It's just too dangerous out there.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And Australia, Denise, wow, Australia's getting hit with record-breaking, just as like biblical-type fires. And they say if you take California and several of the other areas that had, you add them all up and it doesn't hit. It doesn't even equal to what happened in Australia.
Those poor animals. I shed a few tears watching some of these Australian posts. It's just devastating.
Exactly. Wow.
Devastating.
You hit the nail on the head, and they say there's 1 million animals have been, lost in this. The statistics I have, and I can't even go over them all, but no, 1 billion animals have been lost, and scientists fear long-term damage to many of the sensitive ecosystems. They say the fire season is just getting started over there. In health overall, there's some good news here. U.S. cancer death rates are dropping at the fastest pace that they have on record. And a little bit more here. Harry and Meghan, you heard the family there, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, will be stepping back from their royal duties. And from their being senior members, they're going to step out of the limelight. And they're basically saying they've been hit too hard with all this negative paparazzi and all the pressure and stress, so they may be moving to America. And the Queen was a little bit against it for a while, and now she's saying, well, okay, she's kind of come along and just saying that maybe they need a little break, step away from some of the stress there and discontent. But that's what it was, due to the discontent with the paparazzi. Justin Bieber, he reveals Lyme disease diagnosis. The singer is said to have plans to explain the depth of his struggle in an upcoming YouTube series. Oh, so boy, I'll tell you, it's a lot of stuff. And then, we got a teen. This is very unusual. He's a intern, right? A new guy. Discovered a new planet in his first 3 days being with NASA. So, there's how small can we go? Okay, I'm just hit you with this. There's a little house, gingerbread house that was built. Okay, you can see the whole house. It's in detail, and it is so tiny, it's 1/10 the size of a human hair. Now, that's where we're getting into this. So we're going to talk about this later, this nanotechnology and little tiny world that's out there. And economists say we're in a strong economy. Jobless rates are at a 50-year low. Interest rates are way down. You're talking about 4%, and so on and so forth. Okay, we got here. Okay, all right. And then we got some really interesting tech stuff, Denise. TheZorb.com, www.thezorb.com. Okay, and I'll tell you, everybody's really concerned with this radio waves, or whatever you call them, Denise, you might know, coming from the phone, and we got to move along with it. But, we got this situation, Zorb, and it kills all that stuff from the phone and the laptop and all that. But I'm trying to get you so much stuff. We got to move into a commercial here, but we're going to talk about that because it's real important to be protected while we're using our cell phones and all our stuff. Let's go into a commercial. And the clock there. What do we got? Commercial time.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easy Way Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easy Way Promotions.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight. So his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Yes, indeed. Boomer Boost. I use Boomer Boost. Gets me going. And I tell you, it's important stuff. You got to watch what, goes in. Denise and I have talked about this.
Did you take yours today?
Yeah. Well, I haven't yet. I've been doing all this stuff. And but I'm not going to put it off. But you know what? I do every day. I try to get in there. But we have a very interesting, and I don't want to make it sound repetitive because this lady is amazing. She's motivational, and I love this kind of stuff because we need motivation. And we're going to be talking about that with our new year coming up. We want to get people motivated and to follow through and all that. But Michelle Finnegan Nixon, she's a general manager for global branding, and that's on the top. She has a project management approach to promotion and marketing, and that's super important in today's world. She guides her clients to reaching their goals, and she's very good at what she does. That's the thing. There's results. She is referred to as the implementer and audience attraction expert, and that's key. You got to attract the audience. Michelle knows events we like, speakers we like. Learn how to launch, and it's time for ABA if you want to be spotlighted. Michelle is the person to talk to. She also works with EasyWay to triple your exposure, and it's all about exposure by spotlighting your business. And Denise, that's what it's all about. You got to spotlight that business and get it out there. And in this world, if you don't keep up with it, you're going to wind up like the shopping center down the street with major stores.
Exactly. And Michelle is fantastic. She's a lovely asset.
She gets it done. And she's what she. All right, Michelle, you on with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
There she is. Michelle, hi. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm here with Denise. I don't know if you know Denise.
Hi, Michelle.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Jim?
Oh, better now.
So, Michelle, are you kind of geared up? Are you a person that's organized? Because it sounds like, you really have your act together with getting people going and motivated. Are you ready to step into 2020? You got all your ducks in a row?
Well, I thought I was until I saw what Eric was doing. I was like, he's on a whole other planet. I'm from the 1900s. I'm trying to keep up in this decade.
Yeah, I've used that term, Michelle. I've used that term. Eric is on another planet.
He sure is.
He moves fast. I just try to keep
He
up.
gets the most modern, newest technology. He's the first one at the toy store when the new toy comes out, and the new toy is technology. So,
well,
oh yeah.
He and I had a conversation about his secret sauce, and he said, "Well, you know, I'm a gamer." And I'm like, "I'm not going to be so upset now that my daughter is a big-time gamer, because something about those video games, those kids playing that, their mind is doing things a lot faster than the average bear." And I think that I've said Eric's a mogul. He really is. And some of us are just blessed to hook our star to his wagon, or whatever that phrase is. But also, I want to.
Well, you're not too shabby yourself, Michelle. I mean, you've introduced me to some wonderful people when we got together the past few days. And, you know, I had such a good time, and the way that your rapport is, and the way you treat people, and it's just so humbling, and how kind, and how you listen to everyone and really fit their needs.
There you go. That's
well,
what
I
it's
love
all
that.
about.
And I know this is like a praise fest, but I am a praise and worship singer. It's kind of in my nature to kind of, you know, overdo it sometimes. People say, "Oh, that can't be that sincere." I'm saying, "Oh, no, it is sincere. I love people, and if I see someone who's truly great, I want to tell people about them." And Denise is just as amazing as Eric in a different field, which is definitely a direction I'm going in, you know, of the networking, the television, and all that. That's a passion that I left behind in the 90s when I was pursuing acting. And
so Michelle,
God has blessed me with revisiting that. So.
Are you transitioning okay with this? I mean, like Eric and Denise, their minds are there, but how are you doing with this? Because what you do, helping people and spotlighting business, so on, it's changing now. It's all changing, and we're at a historic time. Are you transitioning well with this tech stuff? Are you holding on to that? Like your daughter's into it. How are you doing with that?
Yes. So to answer your question. Project management hasn't really changed. The tools have changed, the systems have changed, but mapping it out on a piece of paper and then implementing that, that's still very necessary. People have to be able to reverse engineer whatever their outcome is. I talk about the own it system, which is O for outcome, your W is your why you're doing it, your N is your next step. You need inspiration, and T for test tracking, tweaking, and marking your time. So from a quality control process management approach, that hasn't changed. So when someone says to me, "I'd like to do what so-and-so is doing," the first thing I want to know is why and what tools they're currently using, and then I can recommend, you know, a group of people that can fulfill that. So that's why they call me the finisher, the fulfillment, the implementer, the make it happen gal. So the texting part, though, Eric introduced me to the texting side. So yes, I am definitely doing that in a much bigger way than I was before.
So the structure that you have, and you know the way you implement it all and help people and get it put together. Where does that come from? I mean, what brought you into this? Did you inherit that from somebody, or just traveling along in your travels just decided did you want to take this path?
I had to laugh because someone asked me that a few years ago, and I said, "Yeah, I've always been that way." But then I had to laugh. I said, "Well, you went to school for business, and while I was pursuing acting, I had to have income. So when in between doing like extra work, background work, trying to make it as an actor, I had these temp jobs. So I got to work for Procter & Gamble, Toyota Motor Credit, General Motors. The list goes on. These are very high-level companies, and I was blessed to become friends with the presidents and vice presidents in every department. So I really do know all the moving pieces of a business on the ground as far as manufacturing, and all the moving pieces on the digital side, on the information side of marketing. So and then I had an uncle who was a multimillionaire who built military test stands and kept the aircraft in the air with tractor trailers and all of that. He worked for Ronald Reagan, and he also got into the electric vehicle business. We were doing, city contracts for passenger vehicles. And so he was my personal Dale Carnegie. And then I've always been around great people, and most recently I consider Bill Walsh a great mentor with Power Team International. I just love the way he communicates all the great. He seems to really be able to demonstrate like the Jim Rohn philosophies and the Stephen Covey philosophies. So I've always been around mentors, really great people who have helped enrich my life and what I know. So I'll stop.
Yeah, and you have that little extra quality that I find really interesting and really good to have, is not just skilled in your field in that, but you have that good nature. That's nice when people have that. It's not just
100%. I agree. If you get a bad feeling about someone, you just don't want to do business with them. That's the first thing. If you like that person, you know it.
Yeah. Or they look through you, like you're at this thing when the big seminar guy's out there, you meet him and he's like kind of talking to you, but he's looking through you, and where's the next couple where I can get a lot of money from? and you like that kind of stops with you. You do all that stuff, but you have the nice quality there. That's good to have, good old fashioned quality, So where do you see Michelle going from here? You see all this stuff going on with, the technology.
Oh, she's definitely part of the Easy Way family. She fits right in, and I think that she'll definitely be an asset. We can do a lot of things. Something that we didn't mention was Michelle knows how to do funnels. And if you sign up with Easy Way to do funnels, Michelle could possibly do your funnel for you, and that's a great thing to get done because Michelle's fabulous at funnels. Landing pages, websites. She is very, very technology savvy herself.
Wow, and I asked her that. I asked you that question. Are you kidding? You're way out there.
Well, I started a new business this year. It was actually my first business in 2001. It's a staffing business, and I created It's Time for a VA. And so if people need a virtual assistant to do telemarketing or build a funnel or anything like that, I would encourage people to reach out to me. But I also, because I'm more focused on events right now, I do want to let people know that there are some great events out there. And right now, I am really excited about Inspiration 2020 Success Tour. And if you go to inspiration2020.com, there's 21 experts that can help people with their business. And I encourage people to go there and check it out. And then, of course, I'm looking forward to doing some events with Easy Way and Denise. And we talked about, getting exposure for people through television and networks. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Yeah.
And we got the Hollywood Film Festival, January 20th. Easy Way will be doing the interviews, and RSVP Easy Way, RSVP.com. And Michelle, you're amazing. I mean, and I asked you that question about the how are you doing with the tech thing, and you're one of the top people at a PhD in tech, Michelle Finnegan.
Well, I also have something in common with you too. I love Jesus. I do. I've been a praise and worship Christian since I was 13, and I have a real love for people, and I know you do. And that's what I love the best about the Easy Way family is that you guys are Christian based. And I love that.
Oh, yeah. You remember Star Trek?
God first. God first. In God we trust. It says it on the dollar bill.
Well, in Star Trek, they have a prime directive. I don't know if you guys remember what it is, but it's go out and explore new planets but don't interfere. Take your starship and go out and see all the people, but don't interfere. And my prime directive to Eric is keep Jesus in your heart. So I'm glad you said that. That was nice. We know you're a super busy lady. We want to thank you for coming on with Denise and I on the Old Folk Show. But see, Denise is stepping in for Reatha. But you guys, we want this show to
keep it up just fine, Mr. Zuley. You know all this stuff, don't you? Know it.
We want this Radio Boomers Live stuff to radiate with you younger folks, because if you do some of these tips, you'll be in better shape than we are, both physically and financially. Start a savings or some kind of whatever when you're young, because then you can do a good job with it. But thank you, Michelle, for coming on.
I want to be a boomer. I'm on the cusp, and my generation didn't get the cool name. I don't know what we're called, but everyone has a cool name. Millennials, Zoomers, Boomers. We got the boring name. I want to be a boomer.
Don't rush it. Believe me, don't rush it. It comes fast enough. But anyway, thank you for coming on, and you're amazing. And I just don't say that. You have all the bases covered with your technology and your gifts and talents and your good nature. I love it. So you get a big star on the board.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Easy Way family. Talk to you soon.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. See, Denise, Michelle is that's the kind of example that not only an entrepreneur and an individual that gets out and helps, but she's got a good spirit, good heart. I love it. And with
good heart, that's right.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. I think we're going to shoot into commercial and in Carmelita's Corner.
Wonderful.
Moving right along. The clock ticks so fast, doesn't it, Denise?
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, Easy Way Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with Easy Way, Eric, for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at Easy Way Network, Twitter at Easy Way Broadcast, and YouTube at Easy Way TV.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. And indeed, it is a beautiful morning out there. The sun is shining. And we're shining, and I've got a great guest for you. She is a health guru and an entrepreneur, and she's coming your way. Her name is Danielle Cook. Good morning, Danielle.
Carmelita, can you hear me?
Yes, hear you well.
Excellent. Happy Monday to all of you. Appreciate your your love and care.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes, love. Amen.
Well, you and I, we're on the same wavelength as far as, being health advocates. That's one thing we definitely have in common. But before we share your expertise, can you tell us where you're from?
Sure. I live in Cyprus. I'm from Mexico. So I live here in California. Beautiful state.
Well, that's great. My grandmother and some of my relatives are also from Mexico, de Distrito Federal de Mexico.
Ah, muy bien, very good.
Mi abuelita.
Oh, lots of good food, Carmelita.
Yes, I love it.
The tamales, so good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's we're happy to be here. We're all part of family.
Yes, and I saw your Facebook page. You have beautiful children. How many children do you have?
4.
4. Oh boy. Well, that's an even number.
Yes, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Okay,
yes,
you balanced it out pretty good.
Yes. I have faith that I wanted to have those 4, and it happened. It's like I just start more believing that whatever we set in our mind, and we believe it will happen. So that's what I did, and it did happen.
Wow. Well, it's working pretty good for you, yeah. And the mind is a very powerful thing. We have to be careful what we think,
Yes.
So anyway, can you tell us some of your health expertise?
Oh, yes. I'm passionate about nutrition for people, for me, because food is what it makes us be alive and give us the energy, give us all the potential to function in the world, and to enjoy life. So I am so passionate about eating the right foods that nourish our bodies. But we are in right now in a crisis because because of the chemicals they put to last longer the foods. So we are in a crisis. But there's a company named Reatha, which means resurrected or raised up, that they have put on all the expertise to put a lot of ingredients together. Plants. What I mean ingredients is plants, all like 55 together, and it does a lot for the body. Most of it to nourish the body and give a good energy. The reason that we don't have the people suffer, we all suffer for energy is because of the nutrition. We're not getting 100% of the things that our body needs. So our body gets starving, and it seems to feel the energy, and there is a lot of things, the artificials and with chemicals, and then our body gets addicted to that because our body wants to be feeling good with that energy to enjoy life. So this company, Reatha, put 55 ingredients, plants that nourish, gives the energy, gives good nutrition, and it's superfood, but you still have, the urge to eat, the foods that you enjoy, that you like. So these plants, these products help to be complete, and it gives you the energy, it nourishes you, and it's so good. The taste is good, it's fruit, but it's the same ingredients, the same plants. They get different fruits for the different flavors that we like, and they're pretty good. And so, that's what I do. I enjoy telling people this, and I enjoy drinking the Zeal is the product, and it's good. I just I'm passionate about, life is beautiful, and the way to enjoy to the fullest is having a good nutrition.
Well, you certainly are knowledgeable about that, and it's very, very true how important nutrition is. We are what we eat, and yes, we are. And Hippocrates is one of the first experts to say that let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. So it's very important, the nutrition above everything else. It makes a lot of sense, you know. I mean, what we put in our bodies becomes part of our bodies. So, you know, I think that that's one of the most important things any of us can do is to learn as much as we can about nutrition and to do the right thing by our bodies, because our bodies are our temples, and we need to take care of them.
Yes, and the bodies, when they're healthy, when they are nourished, we don't have no pain. We don't have, and any life is more enjoyable.
That's right.
And all about food.
Yes, it all has to do with nutrition. I've been following Dr. Gundry lately, and I just saw a video online that has convinced me more and more. You know, I know that so many of us are thinking that protein comes from meat, but actually, you know, you can get protein from vegetables. Like I have learned that broccoli has as much protein as a steak, you know, and without the side effects. But the red meat, oh my God!
If we get it from plants, the proteins, the inflammations in our bodies get less, so maybe we get free from inflammations, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm learning that red meat, you know, is well, it's because, and even the poultry, because of modern factory farming, you know, they fill these poor little animals with all these chemicals, you know, so that they can benefit financially. They're not looking at what benefits us health-wise. They're looking at what benefits their pocketbooks. So they're filling them full of these chemicals, and they have learned that, you know, a lot of people like the breast of the chicken, so these poor little things are walking around top-heavy because they're filled with all these chemicals to make their breasts bigger, you know. So these are things that are happening that are not natural. And my husband and I, we had a wonderful talk this morning. He was very, very privileged because he grew up in Florida where they have the black earth. It's called muck, M-U-C-K, and it's a very fertile soil. And, you know, the soil is also very important. Unfortunately, a lot of the soil is depleted of the nutrients we need, you know, and so I'm not quite sure how we can remedy that. But, you know, it's from where the plants come, you know, is the soil, so it needs to be fertile also. So not just looking at the plants, but looking at what the plants grow from is something we need to be aware of.
That's right. We study about ourselves, and then we can just we will influence others. You know, when they look at themselves, loving themselves, looking at their working on themselves, they automatic will look to get the best for their bodies, which is so easy. The plants. Not the vegetables, all those grains, all the protein comes from grains and all this good thing. We already have it. We just need to just do it. Take it.
Right. You know, I think that our path is laid out by our ancestors, and I learned that my great-great-grandmother was a curandera from Mexico. And my grandmother, my mother was telling, a curandera, for those of you who are listening, is like a medicine lady. And she, you know, she worked with her herbs. And my mother was telling my grandmother how she used to go out and rescue the people, you know, who were suffering by getting on her horse and attending to people, to help make them well. So I guess that's part of my heritage, because you never know how your path is laid out, but if you just follow your guides and the footsteps, that you're led to follow, you can find what your assignment is, because we all have an assignment. And I think health is part of mine, and yours too.
Right. Yes. And the people that live the longest and able to be capable to do things for themselves are the ones that eat the vegetables. They eat the natural plants that they planted themselves, and they eat it. They live in more than 100 years, and they're still able to think and do and enjoy life. So it's easy. It's just we need just to be simple, I believe. That we all have it. It's here. We just need to eat it, drink it, blend it, drink it. Blend the vegetables. Or if anybody wants to know more about this company, Reatha, the products, I can give the link, and they can get it themselves. They just and the company will send it to them. And if they, for some reason, they think that it's not for them, not this time, whatever, the company will give them their money back, because the product works.
What is the name of it again?
The company name is Reatha, and the link is www.Reatha, spelled Z as in zebra, O as in Zuley, V-I, B as in Victor, I, T as in Tom, A, Reatha.com / D as in David and number 1. And you'll see in the top Danielle Cook, and then you'll see the bottom my photo. You also see the products, and then you put there's two choices. One it says shop now, the other one it says consult it. So you push up now to see all the products. There's not that many, but the ones that we have there, they're really focused on the body to be healthy. All the ingredients, and it's no artificials. So then you push up now, and then it will ask you if you want more than one. You say you do say yes. If you don't, you say no. You can continue check out. If you don't want to get any more, just want to get. They give you choices. If you just want to get one canister, $44.95. It lasts you for more than a month. Depends if you drink it twice, maybe a month. And they give you right now they got the transformation set that it has the protein, the CO2 canisters. It gives you the fat burner, and also the cleanser, the bottle to put your the product in with water. So they give you a lot. It's like 70% off. They give you so much for you to try it. And so you put check out, and then you fill your info, and the company sends it to you. It's
wow.
very easy. The easy way.
Yeah, you're doing it the easy way, and I want to shout out.
The company's Reatha, that's the easy way, yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
And I want to shout out that you are an Easy Way family member, too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is a good circle of people. I'm sure you've been meeting some great people, because the group has been growing and attracting really, really amazing people like yourself. And I like your energy, That's one of the things that attracted me to you when I first met you. And your light is shining. You can feel it and see it. So
thank you so
just
much.
you just keep on doing what you're doing.
Life. I love life. God has given us everything excellent. Has given us our bodies. Our bodies are so complex, but so special, and has given us all the nutrition to nourish it. Has given us a spirit, our heart to love. I mean, we had everything, and so I'm happy for that.
Yes, we do. We have everything.
Yes.
And I thank you for that. And on that note, I think that we should say adieu to our listening audience And thank you, Danielle, for coming on board and sharing your information with us.
Thank you. Any questions, can call me at 714-269-8997. 714-269-8997. And I'm here to help, if any questions. And I love you guys. I appreciate your time and for listening. And just make it a good day today.
Okay, Danielle. Thanks again.
Thanks, Carmelita. I have for you un abrazo.
Un abrazo.
Y gracias,
and
mi
the
amiga.
big means everybody. That means a big hug.
A big hug. Yes.
Okay. Que le vaya bien. Que le vaya bien.
Sí, que le vaya bien. Adiós.
Yes, indeed. Denise Carmelita. She's I don't know if you've ever been to some of the events of Carmelita, Denise. I don't know.
Oh, yes. Carmelita always looks like Miss America. She is absolutely beautiful and stunning and
so
kind. Oh.
You don't realize that she knows so many people, and then there she is. You're talking to her, and you go you turn around, where'd she go? And there she is up on stage, either dancing or singing.
Yep, singing God Bless America at the Golden Gala. Remember that? I mean, standing ovation.
And she hits those notes, boy. We talk about the health situation, and it's all coming together. Where we talk about all the new technology and the world's changing, and the health. Denise, we got to keep up with the changing times on the health situation. Like, for instance, the foods are changing. So with this diet, it affects the health and the weight and so on and so forth. When times change, it's not just certain things. It's funny how it affects each other. Like the technology is affecting people because they're sitting more, and that sitting more affects your health. And you're sitting in front of a screen.
It's not just the sitting, it's that 5G, that frequency that's being blasted in the air. It's messing up the bees, the birds, and the people.
Yep. And, now we're talking about people that are in the health. They go, men are coming in, and they're not older now. They're younger with issues, prostate issues, so on and so forth, because they're sitting so, all through the day, and which isn't good. You got to keep moving. And then this radiation stuff. I was talking about the Zorb with David and Joanna Harabian, and they are two unbelievable. After you meet with them, you really you look over your shoulder, and go, man, I got to start changing my ways. They show you how to protect yourself because, we're just glued to our cell phone all the time, and we're sitting here with our laptop, or the people that go to the offices with the computers. This stuff. They're finding it's got this.
Well, there's this new technology out that Eric has stumbled upon, very advanced technology that blocks these waves and blocks the radiation. That, we'll get some more information and put this out perhaps on the next radio show.
Yeah, we're going to have David and Joanna on as guests, and they talk about the Beamer and the Zorb. And I'm going to, get it on all my stuff. The cell phone and the.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Denise,
put it on the dog.
Do you hold a phone when you talk up to your ear? Do you use one of those?
No, I use either the headphones or the speaker. Sometimes I do, but I try not to as much as possible. But I mean, the next new thing is we even have to protect our animals. I want one for my dogs. I don't know about you, but my dogs are like my kids.
Yeah. So with that, I think we're going to go into a tech time, and I think you and I will just cover a couple things with the tech time.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right. It's tech time.
So Denise Burkhardt is she's in tune with all this, and in tune kind of fits the bill here. And guys, we just try to keep all the Easy Way listeners on the cutting edge stuff. and what's going on with this. We want to keep, when we touch on the health, keep moving, eat your vegetables, get your sleep, drink your water, all that kind of stuff. But here we're touching on a little bit of this, what's going on with, we got the new 5G coming out, and you got your cell phones, and things are getting more powerful. You got your laptops and all, and we want to be healthy going through all this. And we're going to have a couple on next week, or we're going to see what their schedule holds. And they talk about Zorb. It's a little dot you put on all this, and it just, Denise, right? It kind of breaks up this radiation or something. It lowers it.
It blocks it. It's like a shield, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm very interested to hear how it works, and just grateful that it does, because we do need as much defense as we can get.
Well, we're going to contact David and Joanna Harabian, and they know about Zorb, and that's what it's called, and they're going to fill us in. And, well, I'll tell you, we're going to get our easy wasters. We're not just trying to sell products. We're trying to protect ourselves from this new world that's out there. And, Denise, we're touching on this 5G. 5G is it's kind of like the next generation of mobile internet connectivity. And it says the 5G will offer unlimited potential to vastly improve our lives and faster speeds. Denise, I don't know if you know about that, more reliable connections, 5G. So they're saying
I
that
wonder when it's going to be like Willy Wonka and we can pull a chocolate bar out of the TV.
Yeah, that's about it, yeah. Yeah, 5G, okay. Well, you know what? There's a couple benefits, and I'm going to hit you with both benefits. Much higher data rates, enabling consumers to download content more quickly. Much lower latency, IMS, allowing users to experience less delay when requesting data from the network. And you got increased capacity as the network expands. This is some high-tech stuff. Smart people out there making, moving on to the next level. But now here are 5 reasons to, it's a little bit on the skeptical side, so be a little careful. So an article in Computer World states, don't buy into the hype, kind of like take your time a little bit here. The 5G revolution isn't ready yet, they say. Here are 5 reasons to take a little breath before you move forward with the 5G, take it with a grain of salt, basically. Limited availability. Here's 5 they throw at you. Limited availability of 5G networks. 5G is going to take a very limited, it's going to be very limited in the real world application. They say expensive service, limited to expensive device options, a lack of cross-carrier capability, and devices with, they say, the shelf life, short shelf lives. So, with anything, Denise, we realize that we got to do our research. It looks like this is going to be beneficial to people fast and everything, but, we got to see, you got to look at, before you go out and you buy something, you got to do a little research on this stuff. And, because
right.
I don't know.
Definitely do your research.
Yeah, like computers and televisions and all that. You go out and you spend some money on this stuff, although some of it's getting cheaper. And then you find out, I should have waited and checked on this because you got LG, GE, Sony, all this. Well, this one could do it a little differently, or, you might want this kind of clarity instead of that. So, always don't be too, what's the term, Denise? Don't be too, whatever you call it, or you go out too fast to get something. Take your time and
don't panic.
Yeah, don't panic. And and I found out that's because sometimes we get impulsive. I want to get this thing, and I want a flat screen or something. You go out there now; they got 85-inch, and the guy was telling me that some have different clarity. Well, you may not want this type of clarity. You might want another type of clarity. It depends what kind of stuff you watch. And it's, you get this thing all set up, but then you turn around and you think, I should have waited a little bit. So always that impulse thing should be put on hold a little bit. I found that it's always good to do your research, do your homework, and that's where the phone comes in handy. You go to buy something. In fact, I was even looking for pots, pans, all that kind of stuff, and I took out my phone. I looked at some of the reviews, but then you got to watch the reviews because it could be the competition that might put up some negative reviews, so you got to circle the whole thing and learn and do your homework, guys. So that's about the bottom line, Denise. I don't know if you want to throw anything in on that, but
no, I think you covered it all. You got it.
Yeah, so we want to, Denise and I, we want all our listeners to be safe with all this stuff, and we're really in this world now with all this. We didn't have this a long time ago. What we needed, and I've said this before, was you needed to reach in your pocket and find a dime. That's if you wanted to talk to somebody, you either yell real loud and hope they hear you, or you find a phone. There was no cell phone, there was no pager, no computer, nothing, and it was fine back then. But that's what we had. Or you go home, or you borrow somebody's phone, you call them up, see what's going on. And now we have all this stuff, which is great, but we want it to be safe, and we don't want to wind up, 5-10 years down the road going, all that usage caused this and it caused that. So that's the name of that game. So, Denise, we're moving into 11 o'clock. And
you know what time it is.
You know what time it is there. That's going to bring us into party time. And, I got so much interesting stuff for you, but we're going to go into, it's a group we get together and we discuss subjects, topics, and we kind of started the ball rolling. We get about 4 or 5 people, maybe more. I don't actually know who's going to be on today, but it'll be fun. They can introduce themselves. And we grabbed something, and Denise was on with us from the start, and we talk about, what do we hit us with, Denise? We got New Year's resolutions, and we put a stop to that, and first we went to procrastination. What is it that stops us from doing things? And we kind of laid that on the table. And then we went into New Year's resolutions. What are we talking about here? Well, these are usually good things in our lives. And today, we're going to be talking about following through. So who do we got? Do we got anybody on with our get-together for our new little section of the show here? We got myself and Denise. And who do we got?
You got Carmelita.
Carmelita's on? Okay, Carmelita, well.
Dante's here. Hi, Carmelita.
Hey. Happy New Year.
Is that Noah?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Noah's on with us. Okay, and we
got
Carmelita. And we got myself. That's Jim. And we got Denise. And who else do we got? We got anybody else going to be on with us?
Dr. Dante Sears is here.
Dr. Dante Sears, who helped me get through a lot of my stuff with
Hi, Dante.
Hi, Denise.
Okay, Dante.
Yes, Jim, and we're so proud of you. You're doing great.
It's Dante. She's always on me to keep on track, if I let her know, I'm going to go over to this restaurant or that, she goes, well, remember this and that and the other thing. And, and it helps because, I'm curtailing the sugar, and she's got the right things to take. She does her homework. She knows about this stuff. So today, guys, we got Noah.
You guys hear that?
Denise, Dante, anybody else?
Oh, do you hear that? I think it's good.
That's the easy way music is Eric.
He's making his entrance.
We got the easy way up. I always say
I was just waiting for whoever gave me the best introduction before I popped on.
Well, see, with Eric, you got to be careful if you go anywhere with him, because if you get to like a Ralph's or something, you got to stand outside the door while he has the manager play the entrance theme, and then you go inside.
I told Eric I was going to get him a personal boombox that plays his entrance music, like a little small one, so every time he walks in a room, you'll hear the entrance music.
Yeah, that would be glad. Actually, guys, I have a pretty cool surprise. Sheldon Reynolds from Earth, Wind & Fire has agreed to actually sing our next theme song. composed by Schroeder.
Oh, cool.
So that's being worked on right now. I think you guys will really like it. It's really simple and it's just really cool and something new, something new, fresh for the 2020.
Sheldon is so talented.
Well, anyway,
yeah.
Dante mentioned the boombox, which now you know you don't have to carry over your shoulder, and it's the size of a small, VW. It's no longer. I went over to Kohl's, and they have these little tiny speakers the size of a beer can or a Coke can or whatever, and I pushed the button, and holy smokes.
Well, if I do the boombox thing, then my friend Coley, I can't remember his stage name, but Dante, you know who I'm talking about. I danced with him at the movie set. Cool Boy, yeah, thank you. Cool. So my friend Cool Boy would probably, beat me up because then I'd be kind of like swooping on his idea because he's got an amazing Cool Boy box. So maybe we can collaborate there, Cool Boy. Let's talk. But hey, guys, welcome
I'm saying
to
that
the
we make like a mini
party.
one, like an iPod size little music
that
thing.
would be cool. Yeah, that would
on
be
your
cool.
keychain that announces you. Dun, 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 dun.
If anybody has, let me say this because I want to go off of that. If anybody has any technology or anywhere close that they can do something like that, holler at me. Let's talk because we have the promotional ability and the following. And
or
that's
what if you make
cool
something
idea.
that's in your shoes? So like when you walk, it's like dun, 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 dun,
So we're gonna.
You could like step a certain way to make different songs come out.
We started with this. We started with this deal about we have a New Year's resolution. Okay, that's all fine. Everybody's happy. We want a resolution that makes us do something that's good. But then we had to backtrack a little bit because there's always that procrastination issue, and we touched base on that on the second party show. Now on this one, we're going to talk about. We kind of have some good answers because everybody threw in their 2 cents. So we're gonna do a thing called following through, and that I think is very important. And we talked about the cabinet that I have in the closet, and Sophia talked about her office, And we have our resolution. We want to get some things done, and the procrastination comes into play. And why we procrastinate? Well, they say they have abstract goals. The rewards are not enough. A disconnect with your future self, a feeling of being overwhelmed by anxiety, whatever it is, there's something that's tough. So following through now. So we put a lot of that stuff behind us. Well, I'm going to go and ask you guys, what is it that you got on track? Okay, we talked about procrastination. We're going to kind of fix some of that. Now, what are we going to follow through with, and what's going to keep us on the wagon of keeping the veggies going, or getting
I want to jump on this topic really, really badly, but I'm going to be a gentleman and let the ladies go first, and then I'm going to jump all over this like a freaking football player to an opposite team. Go ahead.
Well, we got Denise and Dante will be starting us off, and Carmelita. So, Carmelita, what can you hit us with about following through going into 2020?
Well, I'm trimming back on some of my goals. I'm making my list shorter.
That's a good one.
That's actually good because that will actually help you follow through, because when you make your list shorter and you have less things to follow through with, you'll actually follow through with those things on your list.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Carmelita.
That's the plan.
Okay, cutting back, trimming. Okay, that's a good. I like that. That's pretty cool. So you have moving forward is you're going to package and make it more more handleable. Okay, Dante, what do you got going on? You're going into 2020. We talked about this procrastination. What do you got on the plate that you want to follow through with and just keep on the wagon?
Website.
My company, World Prosperity Network, that just got their 501c3. We're buying a property in San Diego that's going to be a really cool co-work and wellness place. So I'm following through with making that happen, and that is my biggest goal of the year.
I like it.
That's a good one, Dr. Dante.
That's a big one.
Thank you, and we're already ready to go to escrow, so we're making it happen.
Well, I went with Dante down in Sunset Beach. We went on a beautiful cruise. A friend, she had a big boat, 40-foot category, beautiful people, real nice people, and they cruised us through the harbor there, and we saw the beautiful homes, all with the Christmas lights. That was quite an evening. So thank you for that little trip. That was nice. And so
fun.
Denise,
more to come.
Denise, what do you got on the table, Denise? You're just overwhelmed. You're constantly going.
Well,
what do you
as you know, my biggest goal, of course, is to build Easy Way TV network into a small ABC. And then, of course, we want to house 10,000 homeless veterans. So I have some big projects on my plate this year. But, with God and the right team behind us and all these people on the radio are part of our team, we'll get it done.
These are some good ones. Carmelita with keeping it in order, keeping it, tight and going forward. And Dante with her plans these are big plans, guys. But, all right, they have it on the table, and they're moving forward. And Denise with the TV. So we're going to move in. Noah, what do you got going on? And what's your what's on the
let me do something to help the audience that's listening. Every time someone answers their follow-up opinion, let's kind of like break it down on like a helpful tip list, like a tip list. So like for instance, Carmelita said, lessen your list of things you have to do that'll help you follow through. Right? And so I think the question should be, what do you do to follow through? So
what do you
back
do
to Dante, what do you do? What do you I mean, do you set yourself goals? Do you have calendars? Do you use Surrey? The Echo Box, or what do you use? What tools? What do you do to follow through?
Can I just interject a minute? Eric.
That was my part too, Eric.
Yeah, we've been talking to Shawana, one of my new friends, and she's just amazing. I went to her seminar just at the beginning of the year, and she has, she deals with vision boards, but then she has something else that she has come up with. They're cards, and they hold you accountable. So when you say follow through, that's connected to accountable. What actions are you taking that are, that you're committed to? So you make a commitment.
Accountability. Hold yourself accountable. And I like the tool to help you hold yourself accountable. So she has these cards to help you do that. See, that's what I'm talking about. So basically, tip number 1 is lessen your list so you can follow through better. Tip number 2 now is maybe get yourself a tool, a card, something to write down to hold yourself accountable. Okay, so these are 2 great tips. Who's next?
I use this program called Evernote, and it's been really amazing. I can type in my phone all these different notes, email them to myself. So I use that and a whiteboard to remind me. I think it's important to keep things at top of mind, in front of your face, and where your attention is focused. And that's been really helpful. And it also has a checklist.
Evernote. Okay, so
this is working okay. So actually, we're doing it as we go. Derek,
so what is Evernote though? What does that do different?
Evernote is a program that allows you to make notes in your phone, and then it categorizes them, saves them into notebooks, books, and then does to-do lists, reminders, time that it reminds you. I don't want to advertise the app unless we're getting paid here, but I'm just saying it's a really fantastic app that I use on my phone, and it's really helped to keep me organized. It's like, it's like a digital organizer, and it will remind you of when and where you need to do things.
If it's something, if it's a good gift that can help our audience, follow through better, then I mean, we don't want to advertise people for free, of course. But Evernote, hit us up. We'll keep you going. But so that sounds like a cool app that people can download. So that's 3 tips right there. Denise, Noah, anybody else, Dad? Before I start,
well, we're trying to
take
keep
over.
in order. Trying to move on in order a little bit.
No, go ahead, Eric. I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
I want to make sure everybody's got their time.
Noah a little bit there. That's okay. Go ahead, Eric.
No. What do you think, Noah?
No, I've been here also. It's great to get your resolutions taken care of within the first or second week of the new year, in my opinion.
All right. So anyway, our deal here was
Noah's the comedy relief.
Noah's the comedy doesn't do follow up or follow through.
Noah's the comedy relief of the podcast party, guys.
Enjoy.
So Noah, you're a little bit behind. We were asking you a question. What do you do to follow through to actually get things done?
Oh, you always want to write yourself notes somehow. in a way you'll be able to see it again easily.
Yeah, you definitely haven't been listening. Okay, no, go away. All right, so now I'm saying.
All right.
Okay. So basically, guys, we got 3 great tips right now. You get an app, some sort of app, to help you follow through. Lessen your list of stuff to do to follow through. And who remembers the third one?
Dante's one with the that's the app, right?
The third one was write down something. Get a piece of paper to write down, like Carmelita was talking about, postcards or some sort of cards to hold yourself accountable. Okay? And so the fourth would be, I would suggest to everybody, the number one, with me, I'm always looking at promotions and marketing, and I'm sure a lot of other people that have businesses, because, your business can't flourish without that, is get yourself a tech system. Get yourself something that actually get your business, get your situation automated. If you're not automated, then you're probably going to lose against your competition, because your competition is probably going to be automated. And so, like, for instance, you guys are probably watching social media and seeing a lot of new people, a lot of new members. We've signed up, close to 10 new members in the last 2 weeks. How are we doing that? By automation. We have a text system and a blog system and an email system that's all automated. That, we've gone, you guys see us going to all these events all the time and doing great things, and you guys are watching and following what we do. We have our group, but we have a text system that's constantly following up with these people for us, saying, hey, there's this special, there's this. Have you checked out this? Have you joined our group? And then we've actually had over 40 new people that have joined the group. And that's another thing is create a group on Facebook if you don't have a group, because your people create fans, create supporters that'll help you follow through. Build a team around you that'll help you follow through, because follow through is the leading thing that you can do to be successful. Because if you meet somebody and you get a card, or you're planning on doing something, you're planning on fixing a cabinet, well, if you don't fix the cabinet, the rats get in the cabinet, they eat all your food, right, Dad?
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
So follow through is the key number one factor in having a successful business or a successful personal life. So my point being is get automated. Get something that helps you follow through for you. So we do have a system. If you want to get Easy Way Text, here's where I promote and I advertise. You have a system called Easy Way Text, letter E, letter Z, WAY, TAXTEXT, easywaytext.com. That will literally do that for you. When you meet somebody, you can put them in the system, and the system will follow through automatically for you, and you'd be surprised how much increase of conversion. That means how much more money you're going to get when you meet somebody. And, it's not about a business card anymore. Everything's electronic. It's a new age. We're in 2020 now. We're in Terminator days. We got hovering airplanes that do video and, all this cool technology. Use it. So that was the finalization I would say on follow through is find technology to help you do it, no matter what it is, and be automated.
Okay. So getting back to Noah, what was your following through situation that you wanted to put on the table? Do we still got Noah with us?
I believe last week it was to start a new division in the company to help people with news outlets in their own area locally.
Okay. All right. So, and then you're going to be following through with that situation
by building a proposal for all of that and getting that moved along.
And I like
there's something right there. Let's catch that. He said build a proposal. So put it in writing. Put a proposal together. That's a good one. That's tip number 4 or 5. I think it was 5. 5 or 6.
All right. So guys, we have our situations that we want to take control of, whatever it is, our goals, working around the house, getting something done, something in business, whatever it is. And then we had been hit with a lot of people procrastinate on whatever they're working with, and they get sidetracked. So we kind of went over that, and now we're talking about following through, and a lot of people have situations where they're, like the test or the comments we had today, you just follow through with it, and you keep on track, and you have ways of doing it. So that's what we're covering now. Eric was giving you some of the examples, and Dante, Denise, and Carmelita had their examples. Mine basically is Eric's with the technology, and sometimes I'll remind Eric, look, and he'll say, well, he was talking to so-and-so, talking to so-and-so. I said, well, are you keeping track of that? And he said, well, he has it all on his phone or his computer. But I like having a notepad next to me. If nothing else, I have a notepad, and I jot it down, 4 o'clock, talk to Bill, and a couple of the notes. And that way I have it. And with things that I have to do before I go to bed at night, I write down a list and things that I want to take care of the next day. Oh, I have to finish this one faucet situation. I have to call so-and-so. I have to send these emails out. And I make that list. And it kind of takes it off your mind, like you guys were saying when you list it on the computer, on the phone too. But I like having it on a piece of paper in a little calendar, notebook or something. And then I look over how many of those things did I get done during the day. And that's one of the things I use.
So that's the baby boomer version of Evernote, basically.
Yeah, the only problem is if you have some kind of short out, or something gets lost in the phone, the old pencil and paper always works. And
true, but
you always have to have an exit strategy for your goals. If you really want to accomplish something, you need to write down almost like notes of, here's what I want to do, here's all the steps it's going to take, and here's how I'm going to completely complete and finish it, so that you know all the steps. Because sometimes people procrastinate because they don't know what step to take next. But when you have that all charted out, and then you put dates by when you expect it to get done, it gets done.
That's a real good point, Dante. Real good point, because the fear of the unknown. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. A simple example would be like hanging a certain shelf or hanging a certain door. I've done a lot of that stuff, but if I come across one that has unusual cuts, I will let that sit for a while, because the one I know how to do, I just jump right on. I've done it so many times, putting a cabinet together, like Noah helped with a cabinet. When you've done that cabinet several times, or with you guys, the tech stuff, if you've entered into a text funnel or whatever it is, the stuff you guys do, you've done it several times, it's like, oh, I'll take care of that. But if you haven't, like Dante said, you'll hesitate, because you think, oh, geez, I got to learn it. That's very cool.
And I want to say this too. I think a big successful movement is doing what you say you're going to do, which is following through. Don't say it if you're not planning on doing it. And if you say it, your word needs to be like gold. Do everything you can, kill yourself to make sure that your promise is met. So just do it. No matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening in your life, just get it done. Like the other day, I just told one of my clients that I'll help make them a flyer and help them promote this big gala event that's happening on January 20th with 7-figure income earners. It's a Hollywood, Hollywood film festival type deal with one of the investor people that we work with, and she asked me to help. And I'm thinking to myself, I have all this stuff on my plate, but she's a good friend, and I hope that she becomes a client. So I'm like, okay, I'll help. I'll do this, and that's effort, that's work, that's things, that's more stuff I'm going to be putting on my plate. But because I said yes, I'm going to do it, the first thing I did, I put everything else on the side, and I went over on the computer, and I worked on a little bit of graphic design, and I'm now going to do it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to do it. So walk about it.
I'm going to throw something else in here, because there's going to be issues, okay? You're going to think, uh-oh, somebody's on it. Okay, we got – now, here's the thing. When a plane takes off from New York – When a plane takes off from New York and it lands, and its destination is California at LAX. Now, the plane might go off course sometimes. It's set on a computer, but it might go off course. And it resets itself, and it winds up landing on the exact couple inches that it lands on, and it stops at LAX. So if you're going to have one of your goals, and you may go off course a little bit, something might come up and happen, and you're like, oh, God, this isn't working. So like Dante mentioned, this alternative plan. And you have a situation where, okay, all right, say, for instance, you want to be an astronaut. Your goal is to be an astronaut. Well, you train and you do all this stuff, but you know what? It may not be working out. You may have ear issues or sight issues or whatever, and you can't obtain that goal. So you keep moving towards it, and you have alternatives like okay, maybe your physical body can't handle the astronaut situation, but to be in space and the gravity and all that. But you could stay in that field, and you might become a logistics engineer or whatever it is that they need in that field. And like Dante works with the home. She has a certain home in mind to build. Well, maybe that particular house can't be built because the coding doesn't allow 6 stories, only allows 4 stories. So what she does is replan and builds a 4-story. In other words, be ready to, if you have that goal set out, it may have to be altered, that's fine. You alter it, and then you move forward. That's good. So if there's any more tips anybody has, I think we solved the procrastination.
5 more minutes left.
Okay, and we help with following through with your goals and having the New Year's resolutions, how to follow through with them. I think we did pretty good on that. And you guys mentioned...
I want to hear what the Easy Way fam, what the listeners, although everybody that's listening has to say, and what their follow-through goals or tips might be.
Exactly, Eric. We always want the Easy Way listeners to do that. We want you to join in with us. There's only room for 4 or 5 on the show, maybe 6, but we want you to list that too, and we can go over that and share some of that too. But with that, guys, great show, great guest. Danielle Cook was on with Carmelita, and we had some, Michelle Finnegan Nixon. And thank you for coming on, because these people are busy schedules. And we want to thank, everybody that was on with us here today, Noah and Dante and Carmelita, Denise, myself, and Eric. And I think we're kind of making some points here too. We're solving a couple issues that we might have. Follow through with what they got to do, and here's situations that might come up. And we had some good tips. Okay, and I wrote them down myself. So I hope it helps everybody.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to be getting that Evernote now. I love that idea that Dr. Dante Sears said. I think that's a great tool.
Evernote, yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, you will love it, Denise. You will love it. And we can share notes in there too.
And thank you, Eric, for implementing the technology side of things and putting up on that. And with me,
Easy Way is all automated now. Eric has done a wonderful job in bringing us beyond what other people are doing, and everything, is at your fingertips. Like you said, Mr. Zuley, technology is key, and we're on top of it, and Eric has really done an excellent job just in the past month, making our lives so much easier. You would be surprised how much, being automated can lessen the stress.
With help definitely from Dr. Dante Sears and her company and a couple other awesome techs that we're working with. We're trying to get fully automated.
Eric,
but you got
I got to give Eric credit to doing it easy and making it an easier system, because he'll share that with me. This might be complicated. It's a lot of work that he's on the computer. I said, Eric, you got to have something to eat, and he'll just burn the computer up till it's 2-3 in the morning, and there's a little light in there that's still on the computer, making the process simpler for the users. But with that, guys, I think we're coming towards the end here.
What's next week's topic, Dad? Do you have another topic for next podcast party?
For next week, we covered the 3, and you all know what they are. And next week we're going to go into in the new age coming up. What directions do you think we should go? I want to get the input on people on which directions we should head as far as advancements and being safe in it, and so on and so forth. We want to advance, but we want to advance.
Did I catch you off guard? You weren't ready?
You got me a little off guard, but I'm really interested in what Denise was talking about, and all of us basically with the safety part of it.
Okay. Here's a follow-up for you. Write down 12 particular topics for your show on the podcast party, so you can tell people the next episode, this is what you have to expect, and we'll get more listeners that way. So that's something you need to go follow up on. All right, guys, thanks so much. Podcast party on Radio Boomers Live. Denise, you did a great job co-hosting. Thanks for everybody for joining. We literally have about 30 seconds before the airtime's going to go bye-bye. So love the Easy Way family.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you for coming on with us.
Till next time.
And until next week, we wish Reatha the best, And until next week, Radio Boomers Live, keep moving, keep healthy, and keep the faith. Radio Boomers Live out.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.